After beating the villains almost to death, Superior Spider-Man was getting praised by everyone including Jonah, which just hurt Pete's soul. However, he slowly began running into the same issues as Peter in terms of not having time for his private life, and therefore decided to create Spider-Bots and spread them around the city to have eyes everywhere. He then goes on to take MJ on multiple dates that all end up miserably with no action, ultimately forcing him to just relive all of Peter's intimate memories with her. But then later, when she gets kidnapped by the Vulture, Superior Spider-Man heads out to rescue her, but in the process finds out that Vulture is using children as his goons, which absolutely ticks him off, reminding him of his abusive childhood and making him go all out, beating the hell out of the Vulture, flying him right into the spider signal and almost killing him. He then moves on to create a machine that'll help Aunt May walk again, which he doesn't quite get to do as he finds out that Peter never got his doctorate, so he starts school again to finish his doctorate, where he would actually get to meet the tutor Anna Marie, who would invite him home and treat him good, making him all sorts of meals. Meanwhile, we see the return of a guy called Massacre, who has basically lost all connection to humanity due to a brain injury and therefore has no issue killing anyone. Massacre gets hired by the CEO of the Fizzy-Cola company, who basically gives him $12 million for him to put on their competitors' merch and go on a killing spree to ruin their reputation. So he ends up going into the heart of New York and begins murdering anyone that came in his way until Spider-Man pulled up and knocked him out. He quickly reveals that he has 5 hostages strapped to explosives that he will detonate if Spidey came any closer. But Spider-Man reveals that he had already found them and released them earlier on thanks to his Spider-Bots, as he then picks up the gun and shoots Massacre in his shoulder, knocking him to the ground. He stomps on his arm and aims the gun right at his head, while Peter's soul is floating in the background trying to convince Doc Ock not to do something stupid here. Octavius just shouts at Massacre, asking him if he should just put him in prison so that he could break out and begin killing again, to which Massacre says that he's scared, expressing that it is the first time in years he feels any sort of real emotion, but Octavius wasn't fazed, stating that this doesn't change anything, as he then applies the one and only solution by killing him once and for all, and then sends Spider-Bots over to Fizzy-Cola's CEO, basically telling her that he knows what she did.